to the Deep Cut Fandom podcast. I am Victor, also known as Cassette Man Studios, and today I'm here with my co-host
Robert, aka Shumworld. So we're back in Barnes and Nobles. We're going to be watching Superman pretty soon.
That's right. Today is Saturday, January 12th? 11th?
Yes, 12.
12th, right. And so what are your expectations for this movie today?
A lot of good friends of mine have already watched it in advance. They're telling me they really enjoyed it. They're kind of seeing their comments are mostly based on stuff that I was looking forward to for the film. They say it's like very idealistic, it's very upbeat, and very like uplifting and stuff. So that's what I wanted to look for when it came to this. Based on the trailers we've been getting and all the pictures we got with the dog and stuff, that it's giving me that vibe that I wanted for this film. So.
Yeah, one friend of mine had seen it already, and he really loved crypto in it, so that's a good sign.
Yes.
I hope there's plenty of action, within reason, of course, because you have to have some, like exposition and whatnot to carry this story forward.
Well, the good thing is not an origin story. Like this whole thing is mostly based on Superman's already established. The only thing we're gonna learn from this movie is why does Lex Luthor and Superman hate each other so much? Like the rivalry, I would say.
Yeah, that seems to be the case from what I've seen from the trailers, because I really have not watched much else after that first trailer.
Yeah,
and I've done my best to avoid any other sort of like reviews or any sort of like spoilers. I mean, I did find out there are 2 stinger scenes after the credits, so keep an eye out for that when you watch it.
Right. Like,
you're gonna have to stay for all the credits, I guess.
Yeah. A friend of mine said that to me. He said that you'll have to sit through the very end for that. The one thing I will say is that as far as the trailer is concerned, they seem to be showing the same repeating events.
Yeah.
That each one, like, you don't see anything new.
That's good. So that's good, because that's one issue I've had about movies within the past, at least the last decade.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of times the trailers, they give away so much of the story, there's very little surprise left in them.
Right. So that's what I'm happy for. Like, they gave me enough to make me want to watch it.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to watch it anyway, but it's just the point I'm trying to make is that whatever they've shown me, I'm happy with what they're showing me.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm okay that I've been spoiled as far as like how many stingers there are. I don't mind that, because no matter what, I would have looked it up.
Right. I mean, that's not going to change your experience of the movie.
No, not really. I mean, the only difference it's going to make is whether or not I sit through the credits.
Well, this is a James Gunn film, so I think he knows that we're going to sit through the credits, so he'll find a way to entertain us with it. Because that's what happened with his last movies he's done, where he just finds ways of entertaining us while we're sitting through the trailers and stuff. The credit scenes.
Right. So, yeah, that's true, yeah.
So other than that, the one thing I will say is that there are expectations I'm having. I'm curious to see if they come true. I don't want to like talk about it now just to like ruin the experience for Victor, but it's just like
thanks.
Because like if I say it right now, you're gonna be like, oh god, this is gonna happen, stuff like that. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that once we're done with the film, I'm gonna be like, yep, I knew it. I'll have those moments. So, and there's a part of me that feels like there's something, because I had a theory of what's certain characters, and I'm curious to see how they turn out later in the film.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I sort of have an idea, like a very loose idea of how the story is going to go.
Right.
And that's just from watching the trailer. But other than that, yeah, like I you know me, I try not to go in with expectations.
Yeah.
So
try to keep it an open book and stuff.
Yeah, I try to stay, like just kind of let it happen without any expectations.
Yeah.
And just see where the story takes me. And I got a good feeling about it.
That's the way you got to go. Like,
I feel like it's probably the best way to go about it. Because then you like, if you have certain expectations, the movie's either gonna not. Well, there's always a possibility of it not meeting your expectations, and then it ruins the movie for you.
Right.
Whereas if you go in with like an open mind, you may not necessarily expect something, and then you'll be surprised by it, and that might make the experience more pleasurable.
Right. Like what happened with Jurassic World. Because like I didn't have any expectations for the film. I knew certain things, but it's just the way it moved, I was like, okay, I like what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Jurassic World Rebirth goes, there was one thing that I was kind of like looking forward to, and it's only because you had mentioned it, and not necessarily a big issue, but I was waiting for that scene with the raft. I'm like, I know that scene with the raft was gonna happen.
Right.
You know, but yeah, with this, like I have no real expectations other than it possibly going along the lines of what I think is this, like a very loose idea of what the story is.
Right. But the other thing I will say is I do have trust in James Gunn because I did enjoy his last films.
Yeah, I
And
did
every
too.
film, I didn't have any expectations for any of those films, but I enjoyed them all. Maybe give or take a few, but like overall, his body of work, I've been very pleasant with.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking that's probably what we're going to get here. I think he's well aware of the pulse of how the fandom is with these newer films. That I think he's put less jokes and more emphasis on fun, though. Because like that seems to be the issue that a lot of people have had with the past films, not just James Gunn's films, but just superhero films in general. There's just too much comedy involved in it. So
I mean they're called comics for a reason.
I
But
get
I get
that.
what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm just making a joke.
of course. But the thing is, like, I think that James Gunn, he's even though he's kind of one of the most well-known guys for doing comedy in his films,
Yeah.
superhero films. I think he's going to tone it down for this one.
It's possible. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Honestly, I don't mind if there's some comedy, because a lot of people have had issues with that, and I'm like, when they were complaining about certain movies, nothing comes off the top of my head, but I know I've just been like, no, I liked that.
Right.
You know, I guess I'm like in the minority. It's either that or I'm, like the people that don't like that are the minority. But
Yeah.
either way, like I'm in that group where like I don't mind the comedy because, believe it or not, like I tend to like watching comedies more than anything, other than
Right.
possibly superhero movies.
Yeah.
As far as movies go.
Right.
So, like it doesn't bother me.
But the other thing I want to say is that I'm really looking forward to. I keep forgetting his name. I know his last name is Corn Sweat. I think that's how you pronounce his last name.
Right.
But I'm really looking forward to his interpretation of Superman.
Yeah.
Because the thing that I find fascinating is that we only got like two speaking from all the trailers we've seen. We've only seen like two speaking scenes of him as Superman.
Yeah.
And it's the one where he's like, "Hey, buddy, eyes up here."
Yeah. Which is really cool. I
Exactly.
like just that short clip. I really enjoyed.
Right. I feel that just captures everything I'm expecting. Well, not expecting the right word. Like, it captures everything I see with this interpretation of Superman. Like,
Yeah.
he seems very upbeat and very cheerful and optimistic.
Yeah. Definitely brighter compared to, and no shade to Henry Cavill,
Right.
but Henry Cavill's Superman. I mean, he was. I don't want to say he was written dark, but like, it definitely was darker. Like,
Super serious, that's for sure.
yeah, you know what? That's probably a better word. More
Right.
serious.
Yeah, very serious. Like, and I'm not against it. I did like what we got when it came to Snyder's interpretation of Superman with Henry Cavill, but it's just
Yeah, I liked Cavill's portrayal.
Right.
I don't necessarily agree with Schneider's interpretation of Superman.
right.
Because I mean, and I think I've brought this up before. Like an actor is going to act with what they've been given as far as the script goes.
Yeah.
So like, I liked the way Henry Cavill approached being Superman. I just didn't like the way he was written as Superman.
Right, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I mean, let me make this statement. When it comes to all the Superman films, I like Man of Steel, but I kind of like it the same way I like watching a Dragon Ball Z fight. It's just more spectacle than anything else.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I always expect when I see a Snyder film. I expect more spectacle.
Right.
So, but with James Gunn, based on his past films, I see spectacle in his stuff, but I also see substance. So,
Wait, can you say that again?
my mistake. I meant to say James Gunn. When I see James Gunn's films, I see spectacle, but I also see substance.
Okay.
That's what.
Maybe I misheard you, but I thought you said you don't see substance.
Yeah, that's what I meant. What I meant to say.
You do
is
see substance.
I do see substance.
Okay.
While I see spectacle, I also see substance.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
And that's why I'm expecting when it comes to this Superman film.
Yeah.
I expect the spectacle of all the big things like the giant monster fight.
Yeah.
I hope they give him a name.
What, you don't like
kaiju.
Axolotl?
I do like Axolotl, but I'm curious to see does he actually have a name?
Yeah, no, that would be nice to
Yes.
know.
If he doesn't, then I'm totally calling him Axolotl.
Yeah, we're just gonna stick with Axolotl because that's the name we've given him, and we don't care what anyone else says.
Exactly. I will find it
Unless he has a name.
I will find it comical that the community as a whole will call him Axolotl. Not by
That might take some work, but
well, not by our hand.
possible.
But I'm just saying, like the way I'm interpreting it is like like how these terms we grew up with, like boss in video games.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's a term that the community came up with, and eventually it just
kind of stuck.
It kind of stuck. So that's what I'm hoping we see with something along the lines of Axolotl, like something to do with the axol. What's the correct creature's name? Axolotls.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but like because we based this name on this creature called the axolotl, right?
Something like that.
A
Yeah.
sea creature. So that's why I'm hoping that name kind of becomes a very fandom created name.
It would be cool.
Yep.
It would be cool. Well, on that note, I think we've run out of steam, right?
Yeah, we're kind of good.
We're gonna go watch this movie, and we'll see you again after this short break.
Yep.
With our full review. Yeah. So see you in a bit.
First impressions and all.
No monstrous news ever happens around here until now, because with Henner's Superpowers collection, I've got my biggest story yet. It's free offers. For 5 proofs to purchase from any of these guys sold separately, like Superman, you get a free figure, not yet available in any store. Who is it? My buddy Clark Kent. And check it out. Clark's got power action just like Superman. Superman?
Hurry, offer will end. Details on specially marked packages.
What? Superman?
Welcome back to the Deep Cut Fandom podcast. We just finished watching Superman, and these are our opinions. Rob, what do you think?
I really liked the film. It was a lot. Like the trailers kind of gave me an idea of what I wanted, and they delivered with everything. They delivered all my expectations and everything. I just enjoyed it. I liked everything about it. I found it comical that the trailers, the way they've been used, they pretty much just showed like a good chunk of the first part of the film.
Yeah, it really did. Like, it gave you an idea of what the story was without really giving away too much, which I do truly appreciate, because a lot of trailers do that nowadays, where you get all the story, and it kind of ruins like some of the surprise in the movie.
Yeah, that was one thing. Like the thing. Okay, but there's some things that I want to get off my chest on. For starters, I was a little disappointed in never giving a name to that monster. So
Axolotl it is.
Yes, he will forever be Axolotls.
Yeah.
That's just, I'm sticking to it. Now, I will say that I was kind of chuckling that we never got a chance to see the whole gimmick. One of the twins.
With the slime?
His chest would open up and blue slime come out.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. There was a scene they did with that monster. I was going to say, oh, is this the blue slime scene?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't seen it yet.
Yes. We'll probably talk about spoilers after we just give our overall thoughts.
I guess? Yeah. We'll keep this part spoiler free for now.
Yes.
And then we'll let you know when there's spoilers. But I thoroughly enjoyed the movie.
If I were to be a little constructive, I mean, like I was mentioning it before while we're watching it, the movie, though, it's like you said, like two hours.
It's like 2 hours. Yeah, I mean, with credits, it's probably closer to 2 without the credits, but still, it's 2 hours, like 10 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, for some weird reason, like I kind of wish there was 10 more minutes or something, because like it was this movie was so dense. I mean that in a good way. Like so much happened in it that there were moments where I felt I wish they had some time to slow down a bit, just to like give us time to just absorb everything that we just take in all the things we've seen. But regardless, like it was just so much happening, and it was great. Like, there's a part of me that was like saying to myself, wait a minute, it's almost over? I was having one of those moments.
I don't know, like, I mean, I don't mean, like, I don't want to sound like I'm disagreeing with you. Like, I don't feel like, how can I put this?
You felt it was paced well enough, or?
Yeah, exactly. I felt like it was paced well enough. And like I said, I don't mean to disagree with you. I really
Right.
don't, because
No, no.
I thoroughly enjoyed the movie as well.
Right.
But I just felt like it was well paced,
Yes.
and like you kind of don't sense the time going by, even though I didn't feel like it was taking like a while, you know?
Agreed. But that's the reason why for me, I felt it just moved so fast that I just wish there was a little more time just to like let
Yeah.
it sink in. That's all. You know,
Yeah,
just like,
I get what you're saying now.
nitpicks, you know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not enough
yeah.
for me to say, oh, this movie sucks. It's more like, it'd be kind of cool if they had a little few moments just to slow down a bit. So, that's just the way I look at it. But regardless,
Yeah.
but regardless, if you want me to be very honest with certain critiques I have, I forgot his name. The guy who was playing Luther,
Nicholas Holt.
Nicholas Holt. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really like him as Luther. That's just me personally, especially, and I'll tell you the reason. The moment when I just felt like it didn't click with me as him being Luther was the moment. Okay, well, there are moments where he acted a little bit more angry, and I just like how to describe it. I'll go into spoiler territory when we talk about it. There were certain scenes where I was like not taking him as a threat. So that's just me. And I kind of wish we had another actor to.
I get what you're saying.
His voice, because the way his voice changed when he was trying to be more threatening, it just didn't sound threatening. It just sounded really, really whiny. And when we go to spoiler territory, I will explain those scenes in details.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I thought he was all right. I mean,
he's still a good actor. It's just,
no, he was good. I don't think I think it's hard to beat Gene Hackman though as Luthor. An overall performance as an actor, like being on the screen, because the only one that I would say is comparable to Gene Hackman is probably Clancy Brown.
Yeah, Clancy.
But he was in the animated series, so he was acting, but it was just voice acting,
right.
which is why I kind of keep them separate and distinct.
Yes.
But those two, like, probably I feel like they're the goats of playing Lex Luthor.
Right. Well, the thing I will say about Clancy is that he's also an actor, so he has that ability to project. So
Of course.
See, even if he doesn't play as even though he's just a voice, I can see him acting.
No, I know, but I mean, I'm not trying to take away from the fact that he can act, because I love him as a Kurgan in Highlander.
Yes.
And I know he's Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob.
Yeah,
So like,
very much.
obviously he has range. It's just that, like, I kind of separate them because you don't see Clancy Brown on screen. You only hear him.
Right.
Versus Nicholas Holt, Gene Hackman, where you see him as Lex Luthor.
Right.
You see his portrayal. You just don't hear him.
Yes.
You actually physically see him. You know, in all his like physical mannerisms and whatnot. You only hear Clancy Brown. But which is why I kind of make them separate. But I consider them both to be the goats of being Lex Luthor.
Right. Yeah. For me, well, my opinion has nothing to do with the other guys who've done Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my own opinion is just when there's those moments where he was meant to be a threat. I just didn't really get that with Lex.
Yeah, I know. We kind of went off on a tangent there.
Right, but that's just my own opinion.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was okay.
Yes.
I thought he was okay.
Right.
That was my overall point. I thought he was
Yes.
okay. He's no goat, but he was okay.
Yes.
Then again, you know, I mean, also he was kind of like methodical menacing, not like physically menacing, nor like mentally menacing, let's say.
Well, the moments that you're.
I'm not trying to disagree with you.
no.
I'm just saying.
The moments you're talking about, I agree.
Okay.
There's this one moment where when we go to spoiler territory, I'll explain.
Okay.
I just didn't think. I felt off.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
But David Cornsweet, yeah, he's a good.
He's good. Yeah, he's good. Dare I say he might almost be on par with Christopher Reeve?
Well,
Almost on par. Like, it's like very.
I will say, I will put him up there.
Okay.
But the reason why I would put him up there is not really because he's doing a good Christopher Reeve.
No.
Impersonation. He's doing his own
He's
interpretation.
definitely making it his own role.
Of
Yeah.
Clark Kent and stuff. Though I need to watch it again just to see if there's if he does things that other actors have done with the role, where does he change his mannerisms on how he speaks as Superman and Clark Kent? Because like when he talks, he still seems to talk like this kind of thing. You know?
I mean,
especially I kind of hear a little bit of that when he was playing as Clark Kent. So
yeah, and no spoilers here, but in that interview with Lois,
yes,
yeah, you definitely hear it.
Right.
I definitely could like it's almost subtle, but you do notice like something about the way he carries his voice. It's like way more confident as Superman versus when he's Clark, where it's more like almost, I don't want to say nasally, but it has almost a nasally quality to it, where like it's almost like it's almost like what's the word I'm looking for here? Like I guess just like kind of like almost a lack of confidence. You know, it's not as strong and, dare I say, almost commanding, but not quite commanding.
I'm kind of in the opposite direction of your thoughts. Like I kind of noticed he's just as confident as Clark, but
Okay.
again, that's what I mean by I need a second viewing.
Yeah.
It's just because like I've noticed I don't like again second viewing might help me with this, but I just don't see enough of a difference between the two voices.
Yeah, I mean, the second view might help, but it also does not help that Clark doesn't really get a lot of screen time. He's mostly Superman in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, he does, but I guess probably have to. Yeah, again, that's what I meant by second viewing.
Yeah.
Because like there are moments where he sounded when he's Clark, he's like hyper, like enunciating everything, and projecting, and I was like saying that sounds like a pretty good Clark, but I'm wondering what he sounds like as Superman. And he sounds like, and when he's Superman, he's kind of having that same tone. Again, from my perspective.
Yeah.
So it's something, but regardless of what I'm saying, I think he did a great job as both Clark Kent and Superman. So, and probably the big star of the movie would be the dog.
yeah, Crypto was awesome.
Yes. He was.
He might even need his own movie.
Yes. Well, okay, I'll leave that as spoiler territory. But the thing I will say is that the trailer, I mean, he wasn't really a good dog.
He's a good boy. We love you, Crypto.
Yeah.
You're a good boy.
No, but he was an awesome part of the film.
Yeah, definitely. What else?
Well, the later editions was refreshing. Like the Green Lanterns group.
Justice Gang?
Yeah, they were great. Like
Oh yeah, that was a nice addition to it.
Nathan Fillion, I always look forward to his work.
Yeah,
He played a great scumbag.
I mean, it's Nathan Fillion, so
Yeah.
he's good at that. I mean, he played Malcolm in Firefly.
Well, the thing is,
He's very good at scoundrel roles.
yes. Well, the thing is, like, it takes a very good, charismatic guy to play someone you love to hate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when you know an actor is really good. Like when they can convincingly make you want to hate them. Like the boyfriend from Jurassic World Rebirth. Like, that guy's a good actor, or that girl's a good actor,
Yeah.
Because like you really hate them, but then you have to stop and think like, oh wait, this is just an actor playing a character.
Right. I mean, in Billy's case, you love to hate him.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Whereas in the Jurassic World movie, I just hated him.
yeah, we definitely did just hate him.
Right, but again, Nathan Fillion was awesome. Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. Oh man, I feel like he's kind of underrated in this. Like he really got downplayed in the trailers, but
Yeah.
he really shines in this. He really does.
He was almost like a Batman in the film.
Yeah, I apologize for not knowing the actor's name,
Yes.
but I think he did a really good job with Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
And I hope to see him some more.
I remember an interview with him he talked about the fact that he died so easily in another superhero film.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he in
Okay.
First Class. He played Darwin.
Oh, that's that guy.
Yep, it's that
Okay.
guy. And he was like saying, "Hey guys, sorry for my role in that film. I promise to do better."
Yeah, no, he did a
Yeah.
lot better in this one.
Yeah, he was so cool, dude. Like they had so many scenes with him using his T-spheres, like that he was like just doing stuff like just moving his fingers, and you see the T-spheres just running around doing stuff for him.
Yeah, that was
Like-
really cool.
He had his moments.
Definitely, Isabel Merced was. Yet again, like I feel like she could, like what little speaking time she had, I thought she did a pretty good job.
The person who played Hawkgirl.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, she did a great job. The one thing I will say that was kind of interesting that they added to her was that she has a screeching scenes where she was screeching a lot.
yeah. I don't think it's the same though as like say Black Canary's screeching.
But I think they're kind of doing like more like a hawk,
Yeah,
the screeching of a hawk. And I noticed that they use some really weird camera tricks whenever she's screeching. Like it feels like it's just
like the scream was kind of
like I don't know how to describe it, but like they're using like a certain camera angle, like it moves around like it is. Like let's say this is her head, right? The way that the camera's moving, it was like moving, it was
kind of like swinging around a lot.
yeah, like it was an interesting trick. So
Yeah. It kind of gives that illusion. I feel like you're trying to keep up with her, but like you're just a few seconds behind in terms of her movement because she does fly around a lot in this.
yes. I mean, again, that's another James Gunn like
Ism?
ism. Not I won't say ism, but it's just like a nice camera trick that that's James Gunn's hands on it. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Justice Gang. Oh yeah, and Metamorpho. Like
Metamorpho was cool.
Yes.
I totally did not know. Oh, never mind. I'll keep that for the spoiler territory.
right.
But yeah, he was pretty cool. I still don't like the boxer shorts on him. We have discussed that before.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look as bad on screen.
Right.
Plus, you really don't see him with it for very long.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, oh, that looks horrible on him.
Right. But if you want me to be very nitpicky on the shorts, that it makes it feel less relevant for him to have them. Because there were certain scenes where you're like wondering if we're gonna have a whole short discussion. Like, why would he have shorts in those certain scenes? Like,
Yeah.
But that's a spoiler territory discussion. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like if Superman's gonna have like briefs on, why can't Metamorpho? Because in the comics he does. And I guess it's kind of a nitpick, but I just think the shorts look dumb. So,
Yeah, exactly.
like, why not just give him the briefs? Because Superman has briefs on.
Right. I don't know. It's one of those situations where you're scratching your head kind of thing. But
Yeah.
But other than that, like the film is solid. I really did appreciate it. Like, yeah, I'm almost gonna say there's like zero fat aside from my own little nitpicks, like like my opinion on Nicholas Hoult. That's his name again.
Nicholas Hoult, yeah.
Nicholas Hoult. Let's see, what's the other thing I was saying? Yeah. Oh, and the girl who played Lois is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
I forgot her name. I feel bad.
Yeah. I'll put it up on the screen.
Right. But yeah, she did a great job as Lois Lane.
Yeah, I did notice something. I don't feel like this is really a spoilery type of thing, but when they were kissing, if you notice, she kind of lifted her leg a little, which is something that oh crap, why am I blanking on her name right now? That happened in the original like 77 movie or 78 movie.
Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, they did do the leg lifting thing, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, she did a great job. Like, she had a very meaty role.
I thoroughly enjoyed her. Yeah.
And a lot more meatier than the other interpretations of her.
Yeah, like Amy Adams in Man of Steel. Yeah, like
I loved her in Man of Steel.
she was good. I mean, I like Amy Adams as an actress.
Yes.
I feel like she was underutilized in that movie.
Yes.
To the point where like, was it really necessary to have her in there? I don't honestly. I don't remember. Like, I feel like
Right.
Man of Steel is a little forgettable.
Again, Dragon Ball Z fight. That's all I can think about.
Yeah, I mean, this movie has its moments also.
Yes. But just a slight tangent on Man of Steel. Like my favorite scene was the one where where Superman was in a bar and that dude tried to like bully him. So when he tried to he tried to push him, but since he was trying to push Superman, he couldn't budge him at all.
Yeah.
And he still tried to act tough even though he couldn't push him.
Did they have a similar scene in like 2 or 3 of the original?
Yeah, the Christopher Reeve one. That's
Yeah.
when he got bullied in the second one.
But you said Man of Steel, so
Yeah, Man of Steel. Yeah,
something similar happened in both movies.
yeah. Something similar like that happened in both.
Yeah, I just wasn't clear on that.
I'll
It's
show
been a
you-
while since I've seen those
Uh,
Christopher Reeve movies. That's why.
I'll show you the clip and you'll
Yeah.
see what I'm talking about. But anyways, back to this film. Yeah, James Gunn did a great job.
I like the music in it.
Mhm.
The music was really good. He kind of I noticed that like the actual like not the instrumental music, you know, but like actual like songs.
Yeah, the
It
lyrics.
was like it was kind of like downplayed in this. Like I feel like he usually adds a lot more to them in
Yeah.
movies, especially like in things like Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
But like in this, it was like 2-3 songs, and that was about it.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
is interesting. I don't know. Maybe they couldn't get the rights for the music or something.
Well,
I don't know.
the thing is,
Not that it's a big issue though.
yeah, me personally, when it comes to James Gunn, like that's one of the things I'm not a big fan of when it comes to his films, where he'll just stop the film to focus on a song, and that's just me personally.
I've never felt that way, but okay.
But that's just I don't know. Like I feel like it takes away from the movie. For me, it does. So I was a little grateful that he didn't do that for this film.
I mean, he kind of did.
Not really.
No, there's one scene I can think of that he did.
Okay. Well, are you talking about spoilers? So in that case, you want to talk about spoilers or?
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Spoilers.
Yeah. So all right.
So yeah, that scene when they're going to the base to get to the portal thing, to go to the pocket dimension.
Yes.
There was a song playing in the
Oh,
background,
that.
and then it went into the song while Mr. Terrific was having a
Yes.
fight, and then it faded out again.
Okay. Yeah. I
See,
see
it was
what you're
very
saying.
subtle. That's why you probably didn't pick up on it, but I
Right.
did because, you know, it's funny. But I think, like, I mean, as a person, like, I have music more in my life than most other people do.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess I picked up on that better than you did.
Right.
Because that's a scene that I remembered. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like,
Right.
it kind of like it was playing in the background, went into the foreground, let's say, and then it faded back out.
Yes.
So it wasn't like it was in your face, even though it was in your face.
Yes.
It was very subtle. It was very
Yeah.
subtle, very cool. I thought the way it was
When he
done.
does that in other films, I'm like, it kind of, I don't know, it's like, I don't know what to describe it. It's like, it's cool when he did it the first time, but when it becomes a trope, when I see it just over and over and over again, that's when I start scratching my head. So, but in the case of this film, like I think he found the formula to where he just found the right time to do it. You know, again, my issues with
Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult, that one of the scenes where I just felt it wasn't working for me
Yeah.
as him being the villain was the scene when he was confessing to Superman that he orchestrated all these things just so he can kill him. And it's just he had these moments where he just sounded so annoyed, like, I'm gonna kill you, Superman. You know, like it's like
I get what you're
voice-
saying. I feel like that's probably has to do with the quality of his voice
Right.
and like the way he sounds versus intent in the acting.
Right.
Because like, I mean, clearly he was upset.
Right.
At least that's what I got.
Right.
And like he was trying to be menacing, dare I say, and even threatening. But yeah, there's a certain quality to his voice that I can see why you didn't think it was as menacing or threatening.
Yeah. So like for me, I just wish we had a guy who had that ability for a scene like that.
Well, yet again, that's why, like, to me, Lex Luthor Goats, Clancy Brown,
Right.
and Gene Hackman, they had that quality in their voice
Yes.
where you could really feel, especially, and no slight against Gene Hackman, rest in peace, by the way. Clancy Brown really, really had that. Like, because his voice is so deep, you can make it so deep. It's extremely menacing. But back to the current movie at hand.
Right. So I kind of wish
yeah.
they had a guy who had that ability for scenes like that.
Yeah, I mean, he was still good in the role. Though.
Oh yeah, definitely. He was very sniveling and conniving and cunning in the scenes where it didn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, so back to the discussion about about Metamorpho's shorts. So
Oh, okay.
like the thing was like there were scenes when he would literally just transmutate himself to a complete like a gas cloud and all that stuff, and like why would he need shorts when it comes to scenes like that? Like couldn't the briefs just do just the job?
I mean, I don't know if this is necessarily a spoiler thing because if you know Metamorpho, you know what he can do. But but you're right. You're right. You know, like it's like
you want to say there's practicality. I'm like, come on, dude. There are moments where he doesn't even have a body. Like
I know exactly. It's
literally
like,
doesn't have a body.
Why give him the shorts? Like just give him briefs like Superman. Like literally, like the same cut and everything. They don't have to be speedos. You know, just like regular briefs. Or whatever you want to call them, and just but in black. I think what it is, right? They're black. Yeah.
But the thing I want to say about Metamorpho that I kind of cracked up is how nerdy he sounded throughout the scenes he was in.
Yeah, I was.
Like put these chemicals together. What will happen if I do this? I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was definitely like a certain level of like insecurity in his voice, which is weird because most portrayals of Metamorpho have not been like that.
Yeah.
Like he usually knows what he's doing. But then again, there was the threat of his son being harmed,
right?
Which I totally don't remember if that was a thing in the comics. So that's something I'll probably have to look up.
Yeah. It was news to me, but I didn't recognize the girl that he was sitting next to you when there was a scene.
Yeah, I did notice you noticed that. Like you kind of pointed it out.
That
but
was
I was
love
just
interest.
okay.
Like I remember watching the Justice League Unlimited cartoon.
Okay.
Where he does have a love interest. So I thought it was kind of a nice nod.
Okay.
That they showed.
So that
her.
was that character.
Yeah, I assume it's that character.
Okay.
And she's blonde and all. So.
Yeah.
But it's just the whole kid thing. That's something news to me. So.
Yeah. For a brief moment, I thought it was John Jones, but then he called him Joey. I'm like, no, wait. Okay, so that's not John Jones.
Right.
The Martian Manhunter. For those who don't know.
Yeah, I heard you murmuring that when you certain scenes, but yeah. So it's news to me about this whole son story. I mean, it's either one or two things. This is something we've never heard of. It's something, one of three. It's something we've never heard of.
Right.
It might be something new that's happening in the comics.
Yeah.
Or it's something James Gunn added just to give some storytelling as to why he was there trying to turn it to kryptonite to stop Superman.
Yeah, I mean,
because that was the whole purpose why he was there. He was there to.
I'm of the mind frame that it's something we just didn't know about.
Right.
Because knowing James Gunn, he is not going to just. I mean, he will change things around as he's done in Guardians, but he wouldn't necessarily just. Not, at least not to my recollection, like just throwing new stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let me know if I am.
Right.
But I don't believe he's like that. So, like I said, I think this is just something we may have not known. Or maybe it's a twist on something like.
Right.
Like, I'm just gonna jump into it real quick. Ultraman. But what were you gonna say? Well, we can get back to that.
Well, the thing is, for me, when it comes to now you're bringing this up, I'm thinking about all the other past James Gunn films. He pretty much just grabs all the characters that are low B tier. Is that a term? Like
sure.
Like the more obscure characters.
Yeah.
And you just add all these extra elements to them. Like he kind of did that with Star-Lord, where his father is
Yeah, like I said,
and same with Bloodsport. Like he changed so much of that character for the Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay.
So, but again, that's why I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's just I'm just saying it's a possibility.
Yeah, well, like I said, he does throw in twists. For instance, like Ultraman.
Yes.
Like with Ultraman, I thought he was going to be the Ultraman from Earth 2. Right. You thought he was going to be like a Bizarro.
Yep.
It turns out we were both kind of right and we were both kind of wrong.
Yeah.
Ultraman is a clone of Superman,
Right.
Which is generally not like, I don't know, like I've never, for the most part, historically, Ultraman has been Earth to evil Superman,
Right.
and like
Crime Syndicate.
clones of Superman either turn out to be not fully cloned versions of Superman, aka like Superboy from like Young Justice and Titans,
Yep.
or they end up being like a Bizarro.
Yeah.
I forget what sort of media has done it, but I know that it has been done in like films, like animated films or straight
Yeah.
to video films.
I think Bizarro, he showed up in the cartoon. Like, think about current Bizarro, where he's like a evil clone.
Uh-huh.
That was just something that they did with the animated series cartoon.
Right.
Superman.
Right.
Which was, so like I'm thinking they're kind of basing this book Bizarro in this film is taking ideas from that Bizarro as well from the cartoon.
Right. And some elements from the Earth too, because like he has the U on his chest for Ultraman.
Right.
So, not to be confused with his favorite Tokusatsu
Yes,
character.
Ultraman. Yes. Yeah, I never. That always scratches my head when it comes to like how they were able to call DC Ultraman and still get away with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's one of those situations.
Yeah, it's just one of those situations.
Yeah. In any case, I thought it was kind of cool that like whatever theories we had kind of came true with the Ultraman. So,
Yeah.
Like though I will say, I would have found it comical if when he took his mask off that we didn't see David Cornswet or saw Henry Cavill.
Dude, I was so hoping.
I would laugh my ass.
Seriously, I don't know if you could hear me, but I was so hoping it was Henry Cavill. That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
I really was hoping it was Henry Cavill.
Right. That would have been so funny.
Honestly, like I knew it was a Superman as soon as they entered the Fortress of Solitude.
Right.
Because I'm like, they don't have Superman, and yet it's opening up like Superman is there.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, Ultraman is a Superman. Which one? I wasn't sure of at first.
Yeah.
I knew it was a Superman.
But speaking of which, we're bringing up a lot of interesting details on this film. It's like, it feels almost like an episode from a cartoon or a comic we've seen somewhere else to a degree.
Or like the WB series,
Yeah,
you know?
the WB series. And I'm saying that with love because
Of course.
because the story like they made it clear it's not an origin story. It's kind of like a story that's happening in a very established universe.
Yeah.
So, and they've already like explained what's going on in this universe. That this is a universe where heroes and villains are everywhere. Metahumans, so.
Right. I don't know if you noticed. There was also like there was a number of Easter eggs in that. Like first of all, like, and I'm pretty sure this, unless I'm wrong, but as far as I know, like the first time it's ever been mentioned, Big Belly Burger was something that was from the WB series.
Ah.
Like the whole WB verse
Right.
is Big Belly Burger. But also I noticed when they were running from the rift that is splitting apart Metropolis,
Yes.
there was a sign for Gotham City.
Oh, really?
Did you catch that?
No, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, there was a sign for Gotham City. I was like, yes.
I catch probably the obvious ones, like when they went to the Justice Gang.
Yeah, no,
Hideout.
that was cool.
It
It was
looked
very
like the
cool.
Hall of Justice.
That was the Hall of Justice.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, yeah.
Well, okay.
But I don't know if you noticed this. Okay, so there's even a deeper Easter egg into this.
Yes.
So the Hall of Justice is based off a train station that was, I believe, in Cincinnati.
Yes.
If I'm wrong, it'll be right there.
Mhm.
But either way, it's based off an actual train station somewhere in the Midwest.
Right.
And the Hall of Justice that was in the movie,
Yes.
if you notice, was a converted train station.
Mm. Oh yeah, I noticed that. That was kind of cool, dude.
Yeah, so like I'm like, huh, okay. Like I've been wanting to do like a Hall of Justice for the longest,
Right.
and I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe not go 100% like Super Friends accurate. Maybe like put some elements from the train station in there,
Right.
and do it like. Now I'm thinking like doing it like in this movie,
Yes.
which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool, dude.
But yeah, that was a really nice Easter egg.
So, but the other thing I will say, like, just give me a second to collect my thoughts. So, yeah, the camera angles, like we mentioned about like they use like that weird trick
Yeah.
when Hawker was flying, that they kind of made this weird camera trick.
Yeah.
But one thing I thought was interesting was that when they introduced Superman's parents, his space parents from wasn't their name
Kryptonian parents? Yeah.
What are the names?
Jor-El
Jor-El and Tom.
I forget his mother's name. Martha. No, it's not Martha. I forget his mother's name.
Yeah, but basically his Kryptonian parents.
Right.
That what I thought was kind of interesting was that they kind of used like a fisheye lens.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Yes. So like, and we talked about it where it kind of gave them like that eeriness to them.
Yeah, like I wasn't even sure it was Bradley Cooper, but Bradley Cooper plays Jor-El in this movie.
Right. And because you were telling me how you couldn't figure it out because of the lens, and we were talking about it, that maybe that was another James Gunn decision to make him look more alien, so that when the big plot twist was when you find out that the message that Superman's parents gave was more of like just go conquer the Earth.
I don't know how true that part is though, but yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel that kind of was like a little bit of breadcrumb on things to come with what his parents' true intentions are. To make it, like saying that, how to describe it, like a little hidden meaning on they had bad intentions all along. The message they were creating.
Okay.
So, because I'm talking about the whole thing about how their real message was them sending
I don't know how true that sentiment is.
Right. But
because you have to remember, Lex is not like Superman.
Right.
Lex wanted him dead.
Right.
He could have just fabricated that part.
Yeah, but I think the fact that Terrific confirmed that they wouldn't let him do that, even though he was the one who showed it.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So, but the point I'm trying to make is that from the story's perspective, that using the fisheye lens, the beginning of that recording of his parents, kind of added that little bit of a what do you call it? Like a nugget on what that they really.
You're talking about foreshadowing.
Yeah, foreshadowing. That's the word I was looking for. So, foreshadowing. Yeah. So.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's something that probably I'd have pay more attention to on a second screening.
Right. But yeah, other than that, man, shoot. There's just so much for me to take out. Unpack when it comes.
I know. I mean, it's a 2 hour long movie basically.
Yes.
The Stingers. What'd you think of the Stingers?
Well, when we talk about the fact that they're segueing to Supergirl.
Because that wasn't the Sting. It was that wasn't
about the end. Well,
the two ending credits. They're called Stingers.
Well, okay, and the end credit scenes. There wasn't really not much story for it. It was just more for fun.
Yeah.
And it was kind of sweet in that respect. So.
Yeah, they were cute.
But the thing I would say that I feel like they were kind of leading on to the next film, which is the Supergirl film.
Is there a Supergirl movie?
Yeah, well, I think it's in the works. So.
Okay, I mean, I'm legitimately asking. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, but the fact is that Supergirl did show up. And hang out with Crypto, and the thing I found kind of funny was that the way Crypto was handling her, she was so into it, where Crypto was beating the crap out of her.
Yeah, she was literally cracking the floor from Crypto jumping up and down on her.
Yeah,
it was kind of funny, but it was a little weird. Partially because
also creepy, like a horror movie to a degree.
I don't know if I would go that far, but I just thought it was kind of odd because historically, Crypto is Kal-El's dog.
Right.
Never has been Kara's. Kara has had Streaky the super cat, and I forget the horse's name.
Yeah.
But she had the horse.
But then again, this is James Gunn's.
That's true. But I'm just saying, historically, she's never had the dog. She's never had Crypto. Historically, it's always been Kal Al's. It's
Yes.
always been Superman's. But still, no, it was fun, and that also makes sense as to why, like, I think it was when Lois, like, Lois was like, "Oh, you have a dog?" And he's like, "It's a foster situation." I'm like, "Foster situation?" Like, it didn't make sense to me at first, but
Right.
at least that little scene at the end kind of makes it all make sense.
Yes. So, but going back to Supergirl, do you feel the way? Okay, well, it kind of bugged me that she called Superman a bitch. When she says like saying later, bitch, I'm like, what?
It was a little strange.
Yeah.
But technically, she is her older cousin, even though at the time he is now technically older.
Right. But she's acting like a frat girl.
Right, but okay, going by the context, by the exposition that was given between, was it Thor and Superman?
Right.
She was drunk,
Right.
which would explain that, but still feels very out of character for her.
Yeah, for her to call her cousin a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
Even if it's meant to be like.
Or even the fact that she went out to get drunk. Like it seems out of character for her.
Right.
But then again, we're dealing with something that I'm assuming was written by James Gunn.
Yeah.
Or at least like he had a hand in it. So like he
That's
kind
what
of
I
does
mean.
things like that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, this is going to be
There's going to be certain differences that we may not be used to.
right that, and also this might be a preview of what the film is going to be for Supergirl.
That's a possibility.
Right.
It's a possibility. Anything else? Any other scenes?
Let's see, Axolotl. Let's see. I will say that I thought it was kind of cool when it came to Green Lantern, and when he was creating all these energy constructs.
Oh,
you can do it with like little fingers and stuff.
yeah, that was pretty cool. It was like giving the finger to all the tanks and whatnot.
Yeah. The fight with Axolotl, it was interesting how Superman chose to approach it, where he was trying not to actually hurt it. He was trying to find a way to
Be humane.
be humane,
Yeah.
and not try to do like a non-violent approach to take him out. And while that was happening, the Justice Gang they kept attacking his eyes. Where Hawkgirl just kind of like hitting the hammer with the eye.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Green Lantern, he created like this weird
jackhammer sort of thing. Yeah.
jackhammer, like it was like hitting the eye. Wait. And the moment when Mr. Terrific tried to use those T-spears and make him eat it, and it was exploding in his stomach, I assume, is this the point where his stomach's gonna burst open?
Yeah. No, unfortunately, it did not happen like the toy.
Yeah, like little things like that.
That would have been cool though.
Mhm.
I mean, it would have been maybe a little gruesome, but it would have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just because it's it's a toy feature.
Right.
But yeah, I like that scene because it really shows the difference between, like, say, the Justice Gang and Superman, where Superman is like trying to like be humane about taking care of Axolotl, and also trying not to cause damage to the city and having people hurt.
Right. Yeah, 'cause that was the thing everyone had issues with when it came to Man of Steel. Like, when it came to that fight, a lot of people were complaining about how he wasn't saving people in that scene. So I thought it was cool that he was really being super conscious
Yes.
on taking care of everybody, including Axolotl.
Yeah, exactly.
So I thought that was kind of cool. Though there's a part of me that kind of wish he punched it just to see.
I mean, it would have been nice, but then again, like he said, like he was trying to take it out, without necessarily like having to kill him.
Right.
It's like in the end, that's what happens. He gets killed from the explosions from the T-spheres, being swallowed by Axolotl.
Yes.
But
But ultimately, I think it was a fun film.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I'm trying to think what other things I had in mind, what other ideas I had about it. Yeah, it was. I felt it was a solid film.
Yeah.
Okay, as far as I'd say I give it a 5.
5?
Yeah,
Okay.
5 out of 5. So
Well, wow, 5 out of 5. That's high praise
yes.
from Rob.
I would say it's like a weak 5 because, like, again, I wasn't a big fan of.
So would you say maybe like a 4.5?
That's what I made by week 5. But yeah, if you want to go by 4.5, I'll say 4.5.
Okay, so that on scales of 1 to 10, that's like a 9. I would.
An 8. But that's just,
Well, it correlates
Yeah,
mathematically. I would say it's probably like, at very least, it's an 8. And I'm only saying this because we still have Fantastic Four. We still have Fantastic Four.
so you're
You know what?
You're rating for another film. It takes points from the system.
No, wait. That's what I'm saying. Like, hold on. I'm gonna give it a solid. At very least, 8.5. 8.5. It's a really good film. I really enjoyed it. There's some really tender moments that I enjoyed in that also.
It's a great standalone.
Like the scenes with his parents, with the Kents.
Yeah, the Kents. Yep, that was awesome.
It was a little. The scene was that scene I felt moved
With the dad.
pretty quick. Like not necessarily as quick as like blink and you'll miss it, but just like
That was some good
you know what?
advice.
I'm getting at what you're saying. I understand now a little bit better what you were saying about sometimes you wish you would slow down a little bit. Like it was like constantly moving, but it wasn't moving at a speed where like you're like what the fuck is going on? It's just
well paced.
it just keeps on going, which is fine, I guess, because for a 2-hour movie, it doesn't feel like 2 hours.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. It feels well paced.
Yeah,
I just wish
very
it
well
was
paced.
a little bit more. That's all I'm asking.
Well, a little bit more because you wanted to see more, or because
I wanted to take it in.
yeah, okay, yeah, okay. I mean that totally legit. So yeah, 8.5 for me. At very least, you know, like I may change my opinion later.
Right.
It's a really good film. Go see it. Take your kids if you have kids, girlfriends, sisters. It's definitely, I feel like it's a movie for everyone, you know. And given today's current political climate, as of July 12th, 2025, it feels like it has some sort of relevance as to what's currently going on.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Your own conclusions, because I will not discuss anything political on here. Yeah, go see it. It's a good film.
Yep. Hell yeah.
2 thumbs up.
Indeed.
2 thumbs up. All right, guys. That's the end of our review, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.